We continue our theme with family. I think family and wine go hand in hand, obviously. You know, it's often said that behind every great man is a great woman. And in the case of Barbara Banke, our wine enthusiast, wine person of the year, this could not be more appropriate. When wine industry icon Jess Jackson passed away 3 years ago, an uninformed person in the wine business approached me with deep concern and asked, what will happen to Jackson Family Wines without Jess? I looked him straight in the eye and I said, "Sir, you obviously don't know Barbara Banke." In the past 3 years, Barbara has taken her and Jess's theme of worldwide wine dominance to another level. And like Rachel Alexander, her Preakness-winning filly, Barbara has competed with and broken from the gate ahead of her male competitors. Always a forceful high achiever, Barbara enjoyed a fast-track career even before she met Jess. After graduating from UC's Hastings College of Law, Barbara argued constitutional land use cases, including one that went before the U.S. Supreme Court. But understanding land use law, the essence of zoning, environmental regulations, and historic preservation is one thing. Owning 35,000 acres of vineyards on 4 continents is something entirely different. True. That requires a personal connection to the land and the qualities of analysis, strategy, and shrewd judgment that have served Barbara so well. Under Barbara's leadership, Jackson Family Wines has recently made spectacular vineyard acquisitions. 450 acres in Australia's McLaren Vale, nearly 1,000 acres, including the famous Buena Vista production facility in Sonoma County, 875 acres in Mendocino County, and just last year, JFW acquired the Salina Estate and more than 1,400 acres of prime Pinot Noir vineyards in Oregon. In all, drawing on Barbara's vast experience in land use, JFW has added thousands of acres on 17 new properties. She also continues the quiet legacy of philanthropy that she and Jess have built. And she has committed to environmental innovation with, among other things, the largest solar cogeneration facility in the U.S. So, as you can see, there was no question about who would be the first woman to win the Wine Star Award for Person of the Year. But here's something you may not know. 14 years ago, when Wine Enthusiast magazine began giving this award, our first man of the year was none other than Jess Jackson. And now, the first woman, Barbara Banke, takes her place standing beside Jess in the galaxy of wine stars.
Wine makes people happy. Everything improves with a glass of wine. Wine's a part of our life. My kids really understand wine. They've grown up with it. We all enjoy trying new wines and going around the world and seeing what other people produce. When I was growing up, my dad was an aerospace engineer in Los Angeles, and it was very, very tough. He was laid off maybe 2 or 3 times, and my parents decided for security they would buy real estate. It was something that was very important to my family's security, and I always had that view that you should go out and purchase real estate, and I did. I practiced litigation law for 13 long, hard years, and along the way I met Jess, and he started the winery in 1983. The original vision for Kendall Jackson was to provide retirement for Jess and to break even. And of course, he spectacularly did that within 2 years. So in 1990, I decided that the practice of law had had enough of me, and I moved on to the wine business. So we started collecting vineyards and estates and have proceeded ever since. It's very important that we're a family-owned company. I'm looking at a lot of these properties and wineries from the standpoint of not what they are right now, but what can they be in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, and can they produce the best wines possible? Being family-owned gives me the opportunity to make those decisions and not have to answer to shareholders who are looking for quarterly returns. I view Jackson Family Wines as providing resources for these very, very talented individuals to do the best things that they can. In order to bring out the best in them, you have to let them flourish and let them develop and let them make some mistakes and ultimately produce a masterpiece. One of the things that we've done this year that I'm particularly proud of is acquire some fantastic vineyards in Oregon in the Willamette Valley. Those wines that will come from those vineyards will be some of the top wines coming from Oregon. We hope to take those wines out into the world. I'm a farmer, and as a farmer, what makes it an interesting business is you learn to work around Mother Nature. You learn to take care of the vineyards in such a way that you can endure the rains and the hails and the hot weather. That's something that I think we've gotten very, very good at. All of our vineyard properties around the world are based on the concept of terroir. They are in great areas for the soil and for the climate for growing certain varietals of grapes. I love my animals. Everyone knows that I love my Labradors. They're very, very spoiled. I take my 2 Labradors. We go up probably about 2,000 feet in elevation in about 2 miles, so it's very steep. It's a great place to walk, get some views, get some inspiration, and it keeps me going. When I heard that I was being selected for the award, I was very touched and humbled to get an award that's gone to some great industry leaders. So I hope I can live up to the promise of being a wine star and continue to be a wine star. And I hope there are lots of women that get the award in the future, because there are quite a few that are very deserving.
Welcome our wine enthusiast, wine person of the year, Barbara Banke. Wow.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored to get this award, and I really want to say thanks to Adam and Sybil and the Strum family and all of the people at Wine Enthusiast. When I knew that I had the award that Jess received so many years ago, it's touching and it's humbling. And so many great people have received this award. So I have a long way to go, I think, to really deserve it. But I'm having a blast in the wine industry and have had for the past 30 years. I couldn't do it without my family. We are a family company, and that seems to be a real theme here tonight. And I'm so happy to see other family wineries get this recognition. Being a family company means that we are in it for the long haul. So we're planting vineyards. All 3 of my kids work in the business. Of course, my stellar son-in-law, Don Hartford, who's here. Family members, can you stand up, please? Thank you. That includes you, Mr. Sean. Thanks. Yeah, daughter Katie works on sustainability and government relations, which is a growing part of our business. Daughter Julia works in marketing. Son Christopher is in law school now, but has worked in production and has a real good view of the business. He started working at Stone Street when he was 12 years old. Son-in-law Sean is planting a spectacular hillside vineyard in Mendocino that's going to be one of the great vineyards of California. You don't know it yet. We haven't really named it yet, but check with us in about 10 years. It'll be great. So I think part of what I'm getting the award for is a skill that I've had for many, many years, and that's shopping. But I really enjoy looking for great properties, and that's the part of the business that appeals the most to me. As Jess always said, great wines require great grapes and great people. So great grapes, that's our quest. Our whole team is looking for that stellar piece of property, for the clone, the new clone, the old clone, the rootstock to plant, all the right ingredients to come up with the best grapes around the world. And we have a fantastic team that does that. And then great people. I couldn't do it without my team. And my team is here. I love them all. They're part of our family. We all have the same mission, and that is to produce really fine wines that improve over time. And we want to be around for hundreds of years, like some of the other recipients. We want to open a bottle of wine that's 50 years old and know who made it and the stories that went into it. So that's our quest. And I want to thank my team. Team, can you stand up? Are you still standing, team? Anyway, I have a lot of joy from this business, and I think we all ought to raise a glass to toast the fact that we are in the best business in the world. So here's to all of you. Thank you. And cheers.